it says ICE officers are removing the worst of the worst from LA streets. Dude, the worst of the worst.
Let me share this. This is the LA mayor and actually the ACLU. Talking about what happened over in Los Angeles. You heard Karen Bass saying what's happening there is unlawful and they're going to fight, again, ICE efforts in the Golden State. This is part of a statement from the ACLU responding to the LA raids. Today, city leaders broke their promise. LAPD officers assisted federal agents in terrorizing LA neighborhoods, impeding people from going to work, making their immigration court appearances, or attending their children's graduations. Some would say, well, if they had taken care of business in the beginning, they wouldn't have to worry about missing graduations and the like. What say you?
Kevin, I'd like to ask the mayor of Los Angeles, Governor Gavin Newsom, and the ACLU, who do they want to protect? Because in the last 24 hours, the arrest that ICE enforcement officers made was against 5 gang members who were running rampant on LA streets.
5 gang members. 5. Running rampant. Dude, they're such fucking bullshit, these fucking white supremacist clowns.
It was against child abusers. It was against
child abusers. Yeah, you found all these people in the Home Depot parking lot, you stupid bitch. Like, what the fuck?
It was against thieves. Do they want to protect these people over American citizens? Because it sure seems like they do. While our ICE officers are facing a 413% increase in assaults against them. And why is that? It's because of the demonization by politicians like AOC, like Governor Gavin Newsom, and like Mayor Bass, who are calling them like the Gestapo, like Nazis.
Like the Gestapo.
It is wrong. We're saying that our ICE enforcement...
Jesus, dude. Idiots, bro.
Thanking these individuals every single day who wake up to make sure our communities are safer. It was against child abusers. It was against drug traffickers. It was against thieves. Do they want to protect these people over American citizens? Because it sure seems like they do. While our ICE officers are facing a 413% increase in assaults against them. And why is that? It's because of the demonization.
Why is it? It's because they're running around masked up with no warrants, being fucking douchebags. And you being a white supremacist weirdo.
By politicians like AOC, like Governor Gavin Newsom, and like Mayor Bass, who are
bought this fucking dress at Ross Dress for Less, and Caroline Levitt cut it with her scissors to make me look like I fucking work in the fucking at Baskin Robbins,
like the Gestapo, like Nazis.
The Gestapo.
It is wrong. We're seeing that our ICE enforcement officers, their own families, are starting to be targeted and their personal information being put online. We won't stand for it. We're not playing games with the lives of our law enforcement, and we should be thanking these individuals every single day who wake up to make sure our communities are safer. And we get these violent gang members and murderers.
Yeah, this guy is not arresting a fucking gang member
and rapists off of America's streets, Kevin.
Yeah,
Dude, if you wanted to get a rapist off America's streets, you should start with that fucking Jeffrey Epstein's bestie, right? That fucking Donald Trump bitch.
Hakeem Jeffries, leader Jeffries, saying, listen, he wants them unmasked, which obviously could lead to doxing and other problems.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, if you can't handle being doxed, don't be an ICE bitch then. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to do their job. That would be the argument from the administration. Tricia, thank you so much for your time this weekend. Have a good one.
Dude, Tricia, shut the fuck up. Go back to San Diego State, all right? You fucking idiot. I don't think it's realistic, right? You know what I mean? The martial law of the entire U.S., I don't think it's even possible. You know? They did call the National Guard faster this time, but that's all a fucking jerk-off show fest, too. It is, dude. Dude, there's more of us than there is of them. Dude, when you think about it, guys, there's only 1 million active duty U.S. troops in the entire fucking army, okay? There's like 100 million adults that could surround those troops and stomp them out in no time at all. Like, we outnumber them vastly. I don't think we need to fucking be afraid of these motherfuckers. Dude, you saw what happened in LA. They got chased into a fucking parking garage, right? And they had all their weapons and shit. These clowns, dude. Dude, we just make sure that there's no coming back from this for them. Right? Like fucking Pete Hegseth, he wants to like get his clown shit on. Here's what he says. He says the violent mob assaults on ICE and federal law enforcement are designed to prevent the removal of criminal illegal aliens from our soil. Jerk it off. They're rapists. Hegseth, you bitch. A dangerous invasion facilitated by criminal cartels. Oh, national security risk. You, Pete Hegseth. If it was really a national security risk, you guys wouldn't be hanging out in a fucking Home Depot parking lot. You fucking rapist NDA drunken little bitch. Under Trump, violence and destruction will not be tolerated. Fuck you, Hegseth. It looks like it got tolerated. Still going there, you little bitch. Department of Defense is mobilizing the National Guard, and if violence continues, Marines will be mobilized. Dude, fuck off, bro. Dude, fuck off, Pete Hegseth, you little bitch. He wants to go at war with America? Like, bring it on, you fucking clowns. Bring it on, dude. We may have to fucking boot some ass. Today, LAPD made a statement. Today, demonstrations across the city of Los Angeles remained peaceful. And we commend all those who exercise their First Amendment rights responsibly. Dude, we just watched a whole bunch of videos. The only thing I saw, right? The only thing I saw was the SUV that drove over a protester, which was aggression by ICE. And then I saw ICE shooting a bunch of shit into crowds. But we did not see a single video today of protesters abusing anyone or harming anyone, or even causing like a lot of damage, right? Some bottles got thrown at a fucking vehicle, but even that, we didn't see anything fucking crazy. Even they say it's peaceful, right? Look at these guys. These are the guys firing shit. These fucking clowns, bro. Firing a bunch of shit into a crowd, dude. Nobody's aggressing on these fools. Yeah, who's aggressing on who? Shit kickers? Clowns, dude. Yeah, dude, I mean, the U.S. is a fucking shithole right now. It is. Dude, our country is a fucking shithole, bro. I mean, we just have a bunch of loser fucking fascist Christian freaks that, like, think they're, like, have some special power right now. They think they can just be douchey. Yeah, it's just a cesspool of fake Christians is what it is. Again, the main problem with this shit, right? Again, the main problem with this is the way Trump is going about these deportations. Okay? Like, what are they doing? They're using people that aren't trained officers. We know they have grunts and Proud Boys, and we see these fucking guys that look like they have 50 pounds of pork rinds in their fucking backpacks. They're running around with paramilitary gear purchased off Amazon, right? In private cars, people showing up with no warrants, no reasonable, like, reason to be doing search and seizure. They're setting people up by going to their immigration court appointments, or their appointments with immigration officials, people that are being entirely lawful, that are getting set up and detained, and they're not allowed to talk to their family or lawyers. I mean, they've shipped people with no due process to El Salvador. They're just being fucking degenerates, okay? And then you go and look at somebody like Kid Rock, and his restaurant employees get warned, and they get sent home. So they're playing favorites, too. And they're like picking and choosing like who they harass and who they don't. And we saw them wrestling that teenage girl to the ground after they took her mother. Like, most of the people they're grabbing up and detaining don't have any criminal record, are not criminals in any way. They're literally grabbing all the low-hanging fruit. And you know what I'm saying? They're grabbing the easiest people to be able to pick up and harass. Okay? And so, you know, the way they've been doing it, like Joe Biden, Obama, many presidents, Bush, they all deported many more people than this. But they did it in ways that were not like sending gangs of masked individuals into neighborhoods and businesses, you know, harassing. So, like, dude, this is what's going to happen too, right? Is I agree here, right? That eventually we're going to get into, remember the 1960s, guys, okay? Remember there were Vietnam protests and there were, you know, students that were fighting the war, and they were standing up. They were fighting the civil rights movement. They were starting to speak up. They were starting to create civil unrest. And then what did they do? They sent the National Guard, okay, to Kent State in Ohio, all right? And a bunch of National Guardsmen just started shooting. And they shot a bunch of fucking students for no reason, okay? And it fucking blew up in their fucking face. Okay, the same shit may happen here, right? Trump will fuck around. He will send the fucking National Guard out, whatever. They're going to kill somebody innocent on camera. And then it's going to be open season on those dumb motherfuckers. And they're going to bite off more that they can chew. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with this shit, right? But I feel like if Trump gets too big for his britches, there could be an international coalition that could be put together to fucking end Trump and end his little paramilitary fascist regime, right? I think they're endable, man. I don't think if he tries a fucking fascist takeover of the country, I think a whole bunch of active military people would quit, right? And then we'll fuck these guys up. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.